Morning, guys. Happy Labor Day. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. The shitty summer coming to a close. But nonetheless, we are blessed to have the gyms back open and have some type of normalcy. What I wanted to talk about today was the cheat meal and the refeed. Refeed is just a fancy way of saying higher carb day, and there's a million different ways to structure that. We're out on the balcony, Harley and I, and we never really take advantage of sitting out here. Number one, because we now have a grass pad that Harley does pee-pee and poo-poo on. But it's actually a game changer for us because when the cold weather comes in, she's pretty much used to going out on the balcony now, so that'll save me from freezing my ass off walking her. I mean, we're still going to have to walk her anyway. But anyway, she wanted to be out here while I was doing this video. So getting back to the cheat meals and the refeed. So first, let me start by saying I am a fan of using them when needed. And I can tell you right now that they're not needed at the beginning of a plan. The whole point to using these techniques in someone's food plan, you see it a lot more in show prep protocols, is to induce an insulin spike to ramp up your metabolism, especially when you're in a deficit for extended periods of time, and to increase leptin sensitivity. You have two hunger hormones, leptin and ghrelin. Leptin is the hormone that tells your body that you're hungry, and then ghrelin is the hormone that tells your body that you're full. So when you start out on a plan, if you're holding a decent amount of body fat, these cheat meals and these refeeds don't really do what they're supposed to do, because you haven't reset your metabolism. And if you're coming off of a structure where you're eating 2 to 3 times a day, or even intermittent fasting protocols, it's going to take a couple of weeks, and I preach this all the time, to reset your metabolism. Now, maybe you're blessed and you have the ability to ramp up your metabolism very quickly. You can do that by incorporating cardio, training 5 days a week, any activity level, really. But more importantly, there has to be a time where your body's in a deficit and it begins to crave certain things. Now, when you decide, or when your coach decides, or when you decide, if you're educated enough to incorporate these days, it has to be for a specific purpose. Now, lifestyle people, I do give cheat meals for the mental aspect of them not really being in a show prep protocol, trying to create a balance, teaching them how to do a cheat meal, how to incorporate. That's great. Harley just took a massive shit while I was doing this. Thanks. Now it stinks. So if you're Harley, stop that. She loves smelling her own shit. I don't get it. I know the Frenchies like to do that, but Harley, go inside. Go ahead. Go get mommy. Go get mommy. Mommy's calling you. All right. So when you are looking to actually get the benefit out of a cheat meal and out of a refeed, you have to be in a deficit, and you have to be on your way to losing body fat. Now, it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to your coach to figure out when that is. But for the competitor, this is done on a means of necessity and not so much to satiate the person. Because when you're a competitor, you've given up your right to basically enjoy things because you're eating for a purpose. Like if Chris Tuttle told me to eat elephant shit because I'd be more conditioned, I'm eating elephant shit. So I've turned my taste buds off because I'm eating for a purpose. Now, my last prep, I think I went 16 or 20 weeks without a cheat meal because I didn't need it. The plan that he had for me was working well. I stayed full. I was losing body fat. I wasn't crushing my body with cardio, and everything was just working. But not every prep goes like that. So when I incorporate refeeds, or I incorporate cheat meals, I want that person to be on a path where their body is starting to use energy at a faster rate. And if I feel like we're hitting a wall, or if I feel like their pictures aren't progressing the way that I want, I may throw some extra carbs in there, or I may throw some food outside of the plan to induce that insulin spike that we had mentioned before to ramp up metabolism, shock the body, bring that insulin up, and then come back down, and then level it off. There is scientific evidence that this works, but not out of the gates when starting a plan. There has to be some type of discipline leading up to the cheat and the refeed for it to really do what it's supposed to do. So just keep that in mind. You know, the lifestyle people are going to be very different with their needs and how you're going to approach them. But the show prep protocol is going to be very cut and dry and based off of what the competitor needs as opposed to what the competitor wants. Okay, and just remember that going in, there is a huge difference between needing something and wanting something. All right, guys, be blessed. Have a safe holiday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.